Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. So today in this session, I'm going to discuss one of the most important thing which is creating by RBI. And so the news here is that RBI is creating a digital payment Brahmastra which will be used during the war as well. Yes. And that payment system is known as bunker. Getting my point? So, this is also important for your prelims examination 2024. So, last year also it was there in the news. So, let me tell you. Now, so RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, is creating a light payment and settlement system. Remember this thing. RBI is creating light payment and settlement system, and it can be used, it can be operated from anywhere during the war. And once this thing is materialized, then it will be considered as a great innovation in terms of digital payment interface. So the name of this digital payment is bunker system. Clear? अब इसका सबसे जो अच्छी चीज है वो ये है, for this there is no need for huge staff. Clear? So this payment system can be operated through less staff. Getting my point? So the need of staff to operate this payment system is also less. Getting my point? So this is considered as a very important development in terms of payment and settlement system. Now this word payment and settlement system. So this bunker is a part of payment and settlement system of RBI. अब आप ये सोच रहे होंगे कि what is payment and settlement system of RBI? So let me tell you that payment and settlement system of RBI is actually a kind of infrastructure and different processes. Now try to understand this payment and settlement system. Basically, it is the infrastructure. Getting my point? Infrastructure and processes. अब इन infrastructure processes से क्या होता है? These things will enable transfer of funds, clear, settlement of financial transactions between individual, between businesses and financial institutions. So that is why payment and settlement system is nothing but an infrastructure and a process to settle the transaction, clear, for transfer of funds, all these things between individual, businesses and financial institutions. So remember this thing, this payment and settlement system in India is handled by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Now, अब अगर payment system हमारा efficient होगा, इससे हमारी market efficiency बढ़ेगी. So an efficient payment system also promotes market efficiency and also it reduces the risk of cost of exchanging goods and services. So it will also reduce the cost of exchanging goods and services. Getting my point? Now, India's payment and settlement system, it has witnessed remarkable growth. Getting my point? Like India's payment and settlement system, it is driven by various technological advancement, government initiatives and also changing consumer preferences. Getting my point? Like UPI. Clear? Recent innovation क्या था? UPI. Clear? Now, after these things, so let me tell you that what is the procedure for this payment and settlement system? Now, who regulates these things? Clear? So, RBI is there. Now, what is the composition of this? So, what is the regulatory framework? Now, regulatory framework for payments and settlement system. Now, what is the regulatory framework? Now, RBI regulates and RBI also oversees the payment and settlement system in this country. So, this is regulated by RBI. So, RBI also oversees the payment and settlement system of this country. Is there any board with respect to this? Yes, there is one board which is called as BPSS. So, there is one board in RBI. Now, this board is called as BPSS. Now, what is the full form of BPSS? That means Board for Regulation and Supervision of Payment and Settlement System. Getting my point? So, BPSS, Board for Payment and Supervision of Settlement System. Now, the question here is, who is the chairman of this board? Now, this is important for your prelims. Composition. This is under the chairmanship of RBI governor. So, this is under the chairmanship of RBI governor. This much is clear to all of you? Clear? So, RBI governor spearhead this responsibility of payment and settlement system. Now, whether there is any department with respect to payment and settlement system. So, now let's try to understand. So, I hope this much is clear. Now, try to understand that in 2005, DPSS was created. Now, what is DPSS? Department of Payment and Settlement System. So, RBI ने ये डिपार्टमेंट कब क्रिएट किया? 2005. So, RBI created this DPSS, that is Department of Payment and Settlement System. Getting my point? So, this department was created to manage payment and settlement system. So, the focus of this department exclusively on payment and settlement system. Clear? अब इसको रेगुलेट करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट को लॉ भी लाना जरूरी था. That is why subsequently government enacted an act called as Payment and Settlement Act 2007, PSS Act. So, government enacted called as PSS, that is Payment and Settlement System Act. Clear? In 2007. So, government also created one act called as Payment and Settlement Act. Clear? PSS Act. This much is clear to all of you. Now, what are the components of payment and settlement system? आज तक कौन-कौन से हम component use करते आ रहे हैं? Clear? So, now let's try to understand the components of payment and settlement system. Now, as you can see here, these are the components of payment and settlement system. Now, try to understand. Now, first component is paper based payment. पेपर बेस्ड पेमेंट क्या होते हैं? सो यूज ऑफ पेपर बेस्ड पेमेंट लाइक चेक्स, ड्राफ्ट, गेटिंग माय पॉइंट, these things. So paper based payments like checks, drafts, etc. These are considered as paper based payment. Clear? Now these are consisting around 60% of the volume of total non-cash transaction in the country. Clear? So it consists around 60% of volume of non-cash in country. Apart from this, another important thing is ECS, Electronic Clearing Service Credit. Now what is ECS? So let me tell you that RBI in later 2008, so RBI launched a new service called as NECS also. Clear? Later in 2008, RBI launched NECS. Now what is NECS? NECS means National Electronic Clearing Service. Getting my point? फिर आपने बैंक्स में सुना हुआ है NEFT सिस्टम, National Electronic Funds Transfer System. Now this system was launched in 2005. This was launched in 2005. Now this system is available across the country. Getting my point? Clear? So NEFT system is also there, which is also a part of payment and settlement system. Then RTGS, for large payments, people mostly they use RTGS system, real time gross settlement system. Now this RTGS system ये कब introduce हुआ? This was introduced in 2004. This introduced in 2004 RTGS system. Getting my point? तो अब इससे क्या होता है कि आप वन बैंक से दूसरे बैंक में रियल टाइम ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं. दैट मींस नो वेटिंग टाइम. क्लियर? देन अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज CCIL, Clearing Corporation of India Limited. Now the CCIL was set up in April 2001. Getting my point? अब ये जो CCIL है, क्लियरिंग कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड, दिस वाज सेट अप इन 2001, April 2001 by banks. Now remember this thing, this was set up by banks, financial institutions and also primary dealers. Clear? तो इनका मेन काम क्या था? It was established to function as an industry service organization. Clear? ताकि ये क्लियर करवा सके, सेटलमेंट करवा सके मनी मार्केट की गवर्नमेंट के बीच में. Getting my point? Foreign exchange market में. That is why this was created. Clear? Now after this IMPS system, IMPS immediate payment service. Now this was launched in 2010. Launched in 2010. Now this IMPS service सभी को पता है, instant money transfer that within 24/7. Getting my point? And then there are other payment systems also. Other payment means prepaid payment systems are there. UPI is there. Mobile banking system, yes, mobile banking system. ATM transactions. Clear? All these things comes under other payment system. So these are the components of payment and settlement system. Getting my point? Now that is why this bunker is created. It is a very lightweight. Clear? It is going to be a very lightweight, so that to reduce zero downtime. Clear? Now remember this thing. That is why RBI is creating a light payment system, which is called as bunker system. So what are the benefits of this bunker system? So let me tell you, this bunker payment system will be independent of technologies. Independent of technologies in the sense, जैसे कि existing system जो है वो टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड है, क्लियर, लाइक यूपीआई, एनईएफटी एंड आरटीजीएस, बट दिस इज गोइंग टू बी इंडिपेंडेंट of the technology. Second important benefit here is this bunker payment system is expected to operate on minimalistic hardware. बहुत कम हार्डवेयर एंड सॉफ्टवेयर के यूज किया जाएगा. So it is expected to operate on minimalistic hardware and software. Clear? And this such a lightweight thing or portable payment system, it could ensure near zero downtime of country's payment and settlement system. Clear? So it can ensure नियर जीरो डाउन टाइम ऑफ कंट्रीज पेमेंट एंड सेटलमेंट सिस्टम. अब इससे और क्या फायदे हो सकते हैं? इससे इकोनॉमिक जो लिक्विडिटी पाइपलाइन है वो और तेजी से चलेगी. क्लियर? सो इट विल ऑल्सो कीप इकोनॉमिक लिक्विडिटी पाइपलाइन अलाइव एंड ऑल्सो इट कीप्स इंटैक्ट बाय फैसिलिटेटिंग अनइंटरप्टेड ऑपरेशनल एसेंशियल पेमेंट थिंग्स. क्लियर? देयर विल बी नो इंटरप्शन इन पेमेंट सर्विसेज, लाइक चाहे वो बल्कि ट्रांजैक्शंस हो or interbank payments or cash provision to the participant institutions. Getting my point? Clear everyone? Now after these things, so remember this thing, that this bunker payment system overall, if you see, so this bunker payment system is expected to conduct transactions which are vital to economic stability, like government and market related activities. Getting my point? Now, apart from these things, there are existing like interfaces like UPI, NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, all these things are there. So these interfaces, these things, according to RBI, these things are created. Clear? So the intention was to manage enormous quantities of transaction, and these things will continue. Clear? So these things will continue and it will maintain the continuous availability. Now remember this thing, but RTGS, UPI, all these things, they rely on complicated wired networks. ये किस पे rely करते हैं? Complicated wired networks पर. Getting my point? And these things are supported by powerful IT infrastructure. That is why bunker system, now RBI is creating bunker system so that minimalistic software and hardware should be used. This much is clear to all of you. So I hope this much is clear to all of you from the perspective of prelims 2024 as well. Thank you so much.